Back with mega movie numbers for you all. This is where we run down physical media by the numbers and we take a look at the top 20 selling 4Ks of the previous week. And then we get into the market share breakdown, comparing all the disc formats, DVDs, Blu rays, 4Ks, see how well they're selling in comparison to one another. And then, of course, we take a look at the sales revenue for physical media as a whole to see if physical media is doing merrily well this holiday season or if the Grinch got his hands on some of these numbers. Well, let's get right into this list here. But before we do that, of course, if you love collecting physical media just like me and you want to bring some joy to the channel here, go ahead and merrily smash that like and subscribe. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics. And of course, jingle that notification bell and leave in the comments below what 4K do you think is going to be the number one seller of this week. But let's get right into this list here. Let's see. Number 20, we got to have a new one here. Silver Bullet, the Shout Studios, finally on 4K. I've never seen this one before for nothing but good things. So I'll definitely pick it up in a future sale. Same thing with the next new title. We got The Color Purple from Warner. Never seen this movie. I heard some people absolutely love this one. I know people are prepping for the new one coming out this holiday season to the theaters. So I do want to see the old one. I want to see the new one and compare them. Next up, we got Saw X from Lionsgate, one of my favorite Saw entries. So I just can't wait to see what they do with the franchise next. So I'll definitely pick this one up on SL. Next up, we got another new one here, The Monster Squad from Kino Lorber. Really curious about this one. Heard it's an all-time kind of spooky season classic, but I have never seen it. So can't wait to pick that up in a future Kino Lorber sale. Next up, we got Elf from Warner, an all-time Christmas classic at this point. Just a really great modern movie. I think it's absolutely hilarious. I love the music. I love the story. It is just holiday perfection. Next up, we got Doom Part 1 from Warner. People, of course, are prepping for Part 2, so happy to see that one on the list. Next up, we got The Equalizer 3 from Sony Pictures. Not a bad Equalizer movie in the franchise. Next up, we got Transformers Rise of the Beast from Paramount. One of my favorite Transformers movies, just action fun right there. Next up, we got Barbie from Warner. Blah. I know people love Barbie, so if you love it, that is great. It's just, I'm so tired of people talking about Barbie at this point. It just wasn't the movie for me. Once again, if you love it, that's great. I wish I loved it as well. Next up, we got Interstellar on Paramount. Interstellar, great Christopher Nolan sci fi epic. Love how this movie plays out. It's just so intense. Next up, we got John Wick Chapter 4 from Lionsgate. My favorite 4K disc of the year. Really the complete package with everything in terms of visuals, audio, special features, packaging, you name it. It takes care of it all. Next up, we got Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 from Paramount. I did like this one overall. Really cool action moments. Getting prepped for Part 2. Hopefully, that one knocks it out of the park. Next up, we got a new one here with Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2. Paramount, CBS, just happy to see TV shows going to the 4K format because not a lot of them do that. So that's kind of cool, but never seen the show. Next up, we got Top Gun Maverick from Paramount flying high this holiday season. I just love to see one of my favorite movies of all time selling so well. Next up, we got The Expendables 4 from Lionsgate. Definitely not one of my favorite movies of all time. I just thought this one completely missed the mark. And oh my gosh, that Megan Fox acting, I still have the nightmares from that. But yeah, if you love it, enjoy, but not for me. Next up, we got some new ones here with Point Break from Shout Studios. Really want to see this one. You got Keanu Reeves. Looks to be like a surfing heist kind of movie. Very intrigued by that one. We'll have to check it out. We got another new one here of Young Guns from Lionsgate. Looks to be a classic Western. Never seen this one, but the Lionsgate steelbook looked really cool. I love the Wanted poster. Very nice design, and it is reasonably priced, so I might just pick it up for fun, even though I've never seen it. Just intrigued by the cover. Next up, we got our top three here. We got a new one with Titanic from Paramount. I absolutely love the Titanic movie. It's like a romance movie mixed with an action disaster blockbuster at the end. I want to see how it looks in 4K. I've heard great things about it, so we'll pick it up on a sale. Next up, we got a new one here with Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny from Disney Lucasfilm. Now, I wasn't a big fan of this one in theaters. To me, it's the weakest out of the Indiana Jones movies, including worse than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Just in my opinion, just gets a little too sci-fi at the end and just has all the mistakes of Crystal Skull taken up to the 10th level. So can't get with that one, but maybe on a discount just to complete my steelbook collection. But number one, if you guessed it, we got Oppenheimer from Universal. This movie is just so hot right now. Tons of awards, recognition here. People really want to see this one win. It is a well crafted movie by Christopher Nolan, and it did great at the box office. It just has everything film lovers are looking for. I liked it well enough. Not one of my favorites, so I'm not going to pick it up yet until it gets a massive discount, but I think it will get a discount sooner rather than later. And of course, they're going to keep making more of this one because it totally sold out the first week it came out. So you know the demand's there. They're going to make more and then eventually have to discount them, right? At least that's what I'm hoping. But now, of course, we're going to have to get into the market share breakdown. So comparing the different disc formats here in the home video charts, and it looks like we don't have a giant fluctuation like I was expecting. We do have 4Ks up a couple percent, which is nice just because there was a lot of hot new 4K titles. That totally makes sense. That's going to drive it a little bit up. That would have been a more massive jump with all those new titles, but at least it's still doing quite well. Blu-rays took a little bit of a dump, just a few percent though, nothing massive, nothing to panic about. Still around the 30% marker, so that's doing healthy. And then we got DVDs up by a percent or so. And yeah, DVDs are still king. People love DVDs, convenient, cheap option. They're plentiful at Walmart. Maybe people are getting them as stocking stuffers this holiday season or something different. I don't know. You guys let me know out there. Why are DVDs making the comeback now? Are people done with the Ultra HD and high definition formats after the super good discount deals? Well, who knows? Maybe with the Best Buy going out of physical media business with these awesome super discount steelbooks, that maybe that'll give a big jump to 4Ks in the upcoming charts. In the future, we will have to see then, but these numbers are just kind of, nothing super surprising and overly exciting, but nice to see some consistency here for once instead of more volatile charts like we've been seeing the last few weeks. But now let's take a look at the monies that the physical media is bringing in. So taking a look at total disc sales revenue for this week ending, and we see that we're about close to 40 million, just shy of that, which would almost seem like a great number. It's in the millions, right? But you look at a comparison of the same week a year ago, and unfortunately, we're down about 6%. That's a massive drop. It's in the red. I don't like to see that at all. But we look at the DVD versus Blu-ray sales, and we see DVD is bringing in 18 million. Once again, we would think that's a big chunk, but unfortunately, that's down about 18% from the same week a year ago. But DVDs are selling in comparison to the other formats. They are still king, but unfortunately, I guess you're just selling at a cheaper price. That's why so many people are buying them, the cheap, convenient option, which means they're not going to bring in as much revenue, unfortunately. But hey, it's not all bad news in the total disc sales revenue charts this week. We look at the Blu-ray revenue, and this is actually in the green, bringing in about 21 million. Very, very nice. And it's up about 8% from the same week a year ago. So happy to see a little bit of green on here. We got to have a mixture of green and red for the holiday season. So it's not all bad news. I do think they're going to charge more on those HD formats, which is why they're bringing in more revenue. But we really need to get that top number up a little bit more, or at least not as down as much in the following upcoming reports. Come on. I want to see physical media doing well out there, but this is just a steady decline trend, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing here. But you guys got to let me know in the comments below, what do you think of the total disc sales revenue, the market share breakdown? What 4Ks did you pick up? Were you surprised by any of the top selling 4Ks out there in this comparison week? And then, of course, let's just have fun talking some movies. Make sure you go ahead and merely smash that like, subscribe, and notification bell on the way out. That way you can keep up to date all this holiday season on all these physical media numbers. And if you enjoy this physical media topic, merely smash the next video right now. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters.